So let's start with the first problem over here. Write a program to print the Fibonacci sequence up to the 10th term using a for loop. So come here. I'm supposed to write this using a for loop so that I have more space. Okay. So the Fibonacci series is basically starting from 0. Then we have 1, 0 plus 1, we have 1 again. 1 plus 1, we have 2. 1 plus 2, we have 3. 3 plus 2, we have 5. 5 plus 3, we have 8, and on and on and on. So, how do you do this using a for loop? To generate this series using a for loop, it's very simple. All you have to do is to do something like this. You can say a comma b equal to 0 comma 1. There are so many ways to do it, but I think this one is shorter. So you can say for underscore in range say 10, you can say print a, but let the end be equal to a space. So then I'll now say a comma b equal to b comma a plus b. So I think just to take precaution. Okay, so up to the 10th term, I can do something like n equal to 10. So I'll put 10 here. I'll put n here rather. So I might decide to go 20, 30. I'll just change this value over here. So if I should run this one, you see I'm having 0, 1, 1, 2 up to the 10th term. So that is that about that. So we move on to the next one. Given a list of numbers, find and print all the prime numbers using a for loop. So this is very simple. Print all the prime numbers using a for loop. So I want to use a function here. So I can do something like def is, no, I have to paste the question first. So I can do something like def is prime num So we say if the number is less than or equal to 1, obviously it is not a prime number, so just to return false. But on the other hand, you can say for I in range, so you start from 2, your ending point is going to be integer. You can do something like num raised to the power of 2, no, raised to the power of 0.5, then you add 1. So that will be the stopping point. Then you start if num modulus I equal to 0, then no, this should be this. Then return false. But if this is not, you can just return true. Okay, so this should be capital false. Now, what is this? Is the function that is going to be telling me if a number is a prime number or not. So I also have a video on the channel. Let me see. There's a video on the channel where I explained um, how to find a prime number. So you can just refer to it. I think that algorithm is simpler. I think the algorithm is simpler. If you come here, how to look for a prime number. Yes, check for a prime number. This is the video over here. So look for this particular video. You will, I think there's a simpler algorithm here, but I'll just go with this for now. So for me to test it out is prime 3. So 3 is a prime number, 5 is also a prime number, but if I put in 4 is not a prime number, so it is working fine. Now my list of numbers, I can say numbers equal to, do something like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then let me just stop at 11. Then I can just say for num in numbers, okay, I will now say if is prime num, then no, if is prime, then bring in num here, okay. You print the num, then the end can be equal to a space over here, so it will print everything in one line. Then just for precaution, print an ordinary line. So you can see 2, 3, 5, 7, and 11. So you can add more numbers to this. Another thing you can do is to use the range function here. So the range function will automatically give you a series of numbers. So you can just work with those numbers. Okay, so now um, print the multiplication table of a given number up to 10 using a for loop. This is also very simple. You can do something like this. You can say let's use x equal to a number that you want to the number that you want to generate the multiplication table. So you can just say x equal to say 17 or whatsoever. Then you say for I in range, start from 1, stop at 10. So I'll be 11 will be my stopping point. Then I don't know what this is. Wait, let me try to print something. Okay, my kernel is working fine. So for I in range 1, 11, what I want to do is to print a formatted string. Then I'll say x times I equal to x times I. So if I should run this, you see, this is the 10 times table for 17. If I should make this one 11, you see, this is for 11. If I should put in 9, this is for 9. So it is working just fine. Then, given a list of strings, find the longest and shortest string using a loop. Okay, using a for loop rather. So copy this, copy this. Okay, I think I have a list of strings I might want to use. Yes, let me use this one. Strings. Okay, so now I want to assume that I want to make an assumption that this one is the shortest and is the longest. That is the first assumption I'm going to be making. I will assume that this is the shortest and this is the longest. So how do I do that? I can say shortest. I'm declaring a variable here equal to longest equal to the strings indexing 0. Okay, so I can just say for let me say word in strings, then I'll say if the length of word is less than the length of the current shortest, then shortest equal to word. Now also come with another if statement. If basically, let me just write it from scratch. Length of word is longer, is more than the length of longest. Then longest equal to word. So come here, you print your output. Shortest equal to no. Print shortest. Then print longest. Print this. You see, the shortest is college and the longest is institution. So that's about that. So write a program to print the first 10 triangular numbers using a for loop. The first 10 triangular numbers. So how do we do that? Okay, so you can just start from 0. You can say triangular equals to 0. Start from 0. Then you now say for I in range 1 comma 11. Then you now say triangular plus equal to I. Then you print triangular, but to make sure that the end equal to this. But for safety reasons, you print an empty string, an empty line rather. Run this, you see 1, 3, 6, 10, 15, 21, 28, like that. So those are the triangular numbers rather. So print the first 10 numbers in the Perl series using the for loop. The Perl series is 0, 1, 2, 5, 12, like that. So coming here, the Perl series. The Perl series, okay. So you're going to be starting with, let me say a comma b equal to 0 comma 1. Then moving on, I can say for underscore in range 10, what do I want you to do? Print a. After printing a, the end will be equal to just a space. Then you come and do a bit of increment. A comma b will be equal to b comma a plus 2 raised to the power of b. For security reasons, you come and print an empty line, and boom, you have your Perl series. You have your Perl series. So that is your Perl series. Moving on, given a list of words, count the occurrence of each word and print the result using a for loop. Okay, we are up to the task. We are up to the task. Let me use this one over here. We did something like this using dictionaries. We did something like this using dictionaries. So these are my strings. You can say word count equal to an empty dictionary. So you can say for word in strings, what do I want it to do? If the word exists in strings, in word count rather, then word count indexing that particular word plus equal to 1. Else, meaning that the word doesn't exist in word count. So just say word count indexing word equal to 1. Okay, now we have the dictionary. Actually, we can just print word count from here to save us time. Print word count. So you see university 2, government for province 1, college 1, institution 1, and what have you. Another way you can use to output the string is you can say for key, or you can say for word comma count in word count dot items. This should be dot items. You can say a formatted string f continuing the word occurred how many times. Run this, you can see the word university occurred 2 times in the list, the word government occurred 4 times in the list, and all that. So we move on. Number 8, write a program to print a pattern of stars in the shape of a right angled triangle using a for loop. In the shape of a right angled triangle using a for loop. So you can do something like this. N equal to 5, then for I in range 1 comma n plus 1, print say star I. So you can see what I have over here. This is like a right angle triangle like this. Then so that is that about that. Print the ASCII value of each character in a string using a for loop. The ASCII value of each character in a string. So I think ASCII stands for American Standard Code for Information Interchange. So You can just come to Google and look for ASCII values. So this is the ASCII table over here. Let's see what the ASCII table says. Well, my network is quite bad. This is the ASCII table over here. It's not loading. I can't wait for it. So moving on. Copy. Then so you can say the word equal to in a string. So let me just say string equal to halogenious ideas. Okay. Now to print ASCII value of the characters, you can say for the character in string, what do I want you to do? So the ASCII value equal to, you can do something like org then char. So this will return this function over here will return the ASCII value of the character. So you can just use a formatted string to print f, then the ASCII value of the character is the ASCII value. Right, you see, it's giving me the ASCII of all the whole of Aruginius. It even gave me the ASCII value of the spacebar too, but I don't know if this is loaded. Okay, so this one has loaded. If you take a good look at all these things here, let me see if I can open image in new tab. It's not giving me the option to open the, okay, yes, open image in new tab. So if this were, yes, if you take a good look at, let me zoom it in. So if you come and look at 0 to 9, 0 has 48, 9 has 57. So the ASCII value of 8 will be 56, 7 will be 55, and all that. So for capital letters, the first one is 65, which is A. Z is at 90, so you can see everything in between. For capital letters, A is 97, then Z is 122, and everything in between. So you can easily, if you look at what we have over here, the ASCII value of capital H is 72. Let us compare. The ASCII value of capital H is what? 72. Then for S, small s is 115. Come to small s is what? 115. So it is correct. We move on to the next one. Given a loop of integers, find and print all the Pythagorean triplets. So Pythagorean triplets using a for loop. You can see the explanation they give for the Pythagorean triplets. You look for three numbers such that if one of the numbers is A, the other one is B, the other one is C. If you do A square plus B square, it will give you the square of C. That is basically what a Pythagorean triplet is. So the first thing I want to do, I want to write a function actually to do the check. Let me say def is triplets. Def is triplets. So you pass in your A, your B, and your C. Then what do you want to do? You say return A square plus B raised to the power 2 equal to C raised to the power of 2. Let me space this one to make it look neater. Okay, so the next thing I want to do, I can do something like numbers equal to, I create a list, say 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, let me bring in 10, then the next number I can bring in say 12 and 15. So now to start checking for the Pythagorean triplets, all I have to do is to say I'm going to be using a nested loop. Actually, the loop is going to be nested twice. So for A in numbers, for B in numbers, you come again for C in numbers. Let me print all the combinations first. All the possible combinations. A comma B comma C. If I should run this, you can see all the combinations we have from this list now. You have 3 3 3 3 3 4 3 3 5 3 3 6. If you scroll down, you have so many other options. You understand? Scroll down, you have so many other options. So come back up. Well, I don't want to print the 3. What I want to do is I want to check if is underscore triplets. If it's triplets A comma B comma C. What do I want to do? Print. No, I can bring in a formatted string and say A B and C are triplets. So 3, 4, and 5, 4, 3, 5, 6, 8, 10, 8, 6, 10. So these are the triplets that we have in these numbers. You can also try another set of numbers. I'm sure if there's a triplet in the numbers, this is supposed to give you the triplets. So we move on to the next one. Write a Python program to find the length of a string without using the library function, which is the len function. So this is very simple. This is very simple. Okay, now I can do something like the string equal to university. Then I can say the count equal to 0. I'll now say for character, let me use underscore, and string, just increment count plus equal to 1, then just come and print count. And we are good to go. If I change this to institution, you see this one is 11, so it is working fine. Write a program to print a string in reverse order. I also have a program on I have a video on it, but I'll just do something very short in this one. Now print a string in reverse order. Okay, so I have something like this. If a string equal to, let me use institution, I can just say reverse equal to string indexing -1. This will reverse the string straight away. So print reverse. You see, it have reversed it, but come on, we are supposed to use a string, a for loop. So we initialize this to an empty string, then we start a for loop. So the for loop will work, and this short one will also work. You can say for I in range length of the string -1, stop at -1, then the count should be one step backwards. So reverse plus equal to string indexing I, it will give you exactly the same thing. So this is using a for loop. The initial one I did was using the short way to do it. So we move on. Write a Python program to find out the sum of an AP series, accept the first term, the number of terms, and the common difference. Okay, so an AP series. Okay, so first thing I want to do, I can say the first term equal to, let me just convert to an integer straight away. Input enter first term. I can say n enter the number of terms. Then the common difference. So this will be CD. So now the sum of the AP, I'm initialize it to 0, then I'll bring in my for loop. For I in range, the number of terms, which is n, so you say the first term plus I multiplied by the common difference. Then I can just come and print some AP. Run this. If the first term is 2 and the number of terms is maybe 4, if the common difference is 3, what would I expect? So that would be 2 plus 5, which is 7. No, 2 plus 3, which is 5. Yeah, 2 plus 5 is 7. Then the next term will be 5 plus 3, 8, plus 7, that is 15. The next term from 8 will be 11. 11 plus 15, that should be 26 or so. First term is not defined. First term 2, 4, 3. You see 26. It is working fine. Write a Python loop, a Python script to check whether a number is a palindrome or not. So a palindrome basically is a number that the same way you read it forward, the same way you write it forward, is the same way you write it backward. The way you write it forward is the same way you write it backwards. For example, 121, 1001. So numbers like that, you refer to them as palindromes. What do I want to do? I can just, let me paste the problem first. To check whether a number is a palindrome or not. Okay, so let me say number equal to say 1001. No, it should be a number. So to check if this number is a palindrome or not, the first thing I want to do is to convert it to a string. I will say number. There are so many ways to do this, but I believe this one will be more explanatory. So you can say str number. Okay. Now I've converted it to a number. I can say number rev equal to an empty string. So for me to reverse the string, I think I did something over here. For me to reverse the string, this is what I need. So let me just copy this. So in length of number str, so number str. Okay, so now that I've reversed it, print number str equal to number rev. Okay, you see this one is true. But what if I put 2 here? It will be false. So it is working fine. It's working fine. So what is the okay? This is the last one, right? To display the number in reverse order. We've done almost what we have to do here. So to display a number in reverse order, can just we need the whole of this one. Actually, we need everything. Okay. No. Now at this point, the number is reversed. So you can just say print int number rev. You can see that is the number of reversed order. I can decide to add more numbers to it. If I should run it, you see, it will write everything in reverse order. So lastly, we move on to the while loops. So talking of while loops, the first one, implement a program to find the factorial of a given number using a while loop. Very simple. So the first thing we want to do is to copy the problem and put it here. Then you can do something like this. Let's say the number whose factorial you want to find is maybe 6 or 7. Whatever number it is totally fine. Then you can do something like this. Result equal to 1. You initialize the result as 1. So you start your while loop. You can say while the number is greater than 1, then you start results multiplied by equal to number. Then you decrease number by 1 like this. Number minus equal to 1. So from there you say print results. Okay, so if I put 3 here, yes, 3 times 2 times 1 is 6. If I put 4 here, that will be 6 times 4, 24. So it's working fine. So number is 4, then the result is 1. While the number is greater than 1, the result multiply equal to the number. So That about that. So there are so many checks that you can do for factorial. For example, if the number is less than or 0 factorial is 1, then if the number is less than 0, you cannot find the factorial. So those are some little checks that you can put into the program, but I just want to keep it as simple as possible for now. So moving to the second one, write a program to check if a given number is a perfect number. Sum of its proper divisors equal to the number itself using a while loop. Okay. So okay. Now we start. To check if a number is a perfect number, let's use a function. Def is perfect. So you can do something like num, and you start. You can say the sum of the divisors equal to 0. Then you can do something like I equal to 1. Then while I less than num, if the num is modulus I equal to 0, then what do I want to do? The sum of the divisors must equal to I. So then you come and increment I by 1. I plus equal to 1. Then now return a boolean if sum of divisors equal to the number itself, which is num. Okay, so we can call this using a function. We can do something like this perfect number. Or let's use a for loop to just check. Let's say for I in range, let's say 20 comma 100. This is supposed to be in the brackets. Okay, if is perfect, if it's perfect I, so just print I. So you can see 28 is the only perfect number between 20 and 100. So we move on. Create a program that calculates and prints the sum of digits of a given number using a while loop. So it will calculate and it will print the sum of the digits of a given number. So using a while loop, I can set the number equal to, say, the sum of digits of a number, say 609. Then I can say sum of digits. What am I doing? Sum of digits equal to 0. Then while the number is still greater than 0, what do I want it to do? The current digits equal to num modulus 10. So then you can say the sum of the digits plus equal to digits. Then you now come and set the number I'm using integer division then. So let me read this one now. So it's a rhyme with what I have here. Okay, so the norm is this. The sum of the digits is this. So one number equals to is greater than zero. The current digit is for you to filter out the last digit using this modulus operator. You filter out the last digit. You sum that digit together with this one, then you return the number without that last digit for the next iteration. So after that, what we want to do is to print sum of digits. Sum digits of digits. I'm having an issue here. I think this is running into an endless loop. So the num is 609. The sum of the digits is 0. Now, okay, it should be num. While num is greater than 0, I want to enter the kernel. Okay. So create a program that calculates and prints the sum of digits of a given number using a while loop. The sum of the digits. Okay. So how do we solve this? I can say let the to maybe 1174, the number whose digits I want to calculate, I want to find the sum. So you can say the sum of digits, or let's just say sum digits for short, equal to 0. So then I'll start my while loop. While the number is still greater than 0, what do I want to do? I'll say the digits equal to num modulus 10, which will give me the last number. So then I'll now add that last number. I will increment some digits by that last number. So I'll say some digits plus equal to digits. Then I'll say num equal to 10. Then I can print some digits. Some digits. Okay. So 7 plus 4 is what? 11 plus 1 plus 1, 13. So it's working fine. Given a list of numbers, find the largest number using a while loop without using the max function. This is very, very simple. So given a list of numbers, so let me comment this and comment this one too. A list of numbers. Let me see if I have a list of numbers somewhere here. So we have to look for the maximum without using the max function. I'm sure I should have a list of number here somewhere. Okay, let me use this one. A list of numbers. Okay, let me use this one. So I can say my numbers equal to this. So I can say the max equal to the maximum, or results equal to numbers. Then the first item, which is indexing 0. Then I will do something like count equal to 0. Then I will now say while count is less than the length of numbers. Actually, I want it to count from 1 since I've taken 0 already. So I now say if numbers indexing count is greater than results, what do I want you to do? Results equal to numbers indexing count. So then just break. No, don't break. Then count plus equal to 1. So then you print results. You see the maximum is 77, so it is working fine. We have to look for, given a list of numbers, find the largest. Okay. So write a program to print the reverse of a given number using a while loop. The reverse of a given number using a while loop. So I can say a number equal to just a collection of numbers, digits rather. So I can say number, I did something like that somewhere here. Okay, I used the for loop. Number str equal to str of number. Then I'll now say, now for us to reverse using the while loop, I can say number reverse equal to an empty string. Now I'll start my while loop. I will say while say count equal to, I love to use this count variable, it is very easy. So while the count is greater than 0, let me count backwards. So let's count to be the length of number str. Okay, so I'll now come here and say number reverse equal to number str indexing count. Okay, then you decrease count rather. So count minus equal to 1. Then you say the number back to the integer format equal to int number reverse. So I can just say print number int is giving me index out of range. There should be something print count. We should be okay. This should be length of str minus 1. Yes, length of str minus 1 greater than or equal to. Yes, this should work now. Why is it giving me just 8? No, it should be plus equal to. Yes, it's working fine now. So the count is greater than 0, the number reverse, yes. Now what I did here is I said number equal to this, the number str, I converted this into a string, the number reverse, I initialized an empty string, then I said count, I initialized to the length of the string -1. Basically, I initialized to what will give me the index of this 5 over here. So I'm using this while loop to traverse this particular string. So for the first iteration, I'll be getting 5. For the second one, I'll be getting 6. For the third one, I'll be getting 3, and so on. So that is what I did. So moving on to the next one, create a guessing game where the user has to guess a random generated number using a while loop. The user have to guess a random generated number using a while loop. So what you can do, you can say import random first, then you now say the target number equals to random dot random 1,100. Then the guess is none, just for now. Okay, then you start a while loop. While the guess is not equal to the target number, what do you want to do? You come and say guess equal to int input guess a number. So you come and say if the guess is less than the target number, then you come and say the guess is too low, or you can say if guess is greater than target number. What did you say? You print too high. So else basically means that they got it, else they guessed right. You can print congratulations, you guessed right. But this has to be a string. Okay, so run the program. Guess your number. Let me say 3. You see too low. If I say 7, it might give me too low. 99, the program will give me too high. You see, so 4, 44. So you see the guessing game. 28 is too low. Say 72 too high. 67 too high. 50 too high. 30 too low. So it will be between 15 and 30. And don't forget, this is the target number over here. We are not generating the target number all the time. So what else? Too low. 30 is too low. So let me say 40. 40 is too high. So it is between 40 and 30. Okay, 35 too low. 37 too low. 38. You see, so 38 is the number. So I guess right. Okay, moving on to the next one. Create a guessing game where the user has to guess a randomly generated number using a while loop. Okay, this is the one we just did. Write a program that generates random addition problems and checks the user's answer using a while loop. Okay, so what you want to do, you can say import random, then you come here and say the correct answers equal to 0, num problems equal to 5. Then that's the number of problems. Then you can say while num problems is greater than 0, you can say num1 equal to random dot rand int, and say 1 comma 100. That is the first number that will be generated, the first operand rather. So this will be the second operand, which is num2. So the answer equal to num1 plus num2. So now you ask the user to enter their own answer, or let me say user response equal to int. Don't forget you have to typecast input. Let me use the formatted string. So you can just say num1 now say if user answer is the same thing as the answer that the program gave to us. Okay, 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 okay. If user answer equal to answer, print correct, correct answers plus equal to 1. Else, print you're wrong. So num problems minus equal to 1, you decrement. So you can just come here and print the formatted string. You got this answers correctly. Okay, so if we should run this 23 plus 87, let me just type in something. User answer is not defined. Okay, this should be user response. So this should be 113. Oh, it should be 113. Yeah, 113. Then this should be 100 plus 27. Please just put in anything. 52 plus that should be 142. 45. You see, you got four answers correctly. One, two, three, and four. So it's working fine. Implement the program that finds and prints the prime factors of a given number using a while loop. So you can, I'll use a function to find the prime factors. So I can say def prime factors, and then I start factors is an empty list. So I can say I equal to 2. It should be I. Okay, I equal to 2. Now, while I is less than or equal to n, if n modulus I equal to 0, then factors dot append I n equal to 1. Else, what do I want to do? I plus equal to 1. Then just return the factors and let us go away. Return factors. So let's say, let me just print prime factors of, say, 25. Prime factors of 25.